What is going on, guys? It's TEW2013 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 6, which is TNA, TEW, and we are now doing Bound for Glory 2014. This is meant to be TNA's maiden pay-per-view of the year, and as you know, I've only really been booking for a couple of shows now, so I don't think it's going to be my best show ever, but we'll see what's happening. It's 20-odd thousand that we have in the crowd, and we're at the highly prestigious Madison Square Garden in New York, continuing to stay in the tri-state area just to try and get that right up and hopefully increase our reputation. So not many of this storylines are going to be concluded here. It's just basically to keep them going here. Some of them will change titles and all that, and then we'll keep going with rematches and stuff like that as we get into our next pay-per-view. So let's get right into the show. You can see a couple of spoilers there with the angles and that. 18 segments, 180 minutes, so exactly 3 hours. And here we go. A video airs showing Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Bobby Roode, James Storm, Kevin Steen, Kurt Angle and Austin Aries gets a C rating. 3 of my storylines advanced. It's just basically hyping up. It's basically an opening sequence kind of thing. I thought that's the best way to do it. And that just kind of shows the people that will be on the pay-per-view today and basically the main stars of TNA. So that's a good start. They then have a 6-man tag, Team USA, Mr. Anderson, Ted DiBiase and Mike DiBiase takes on the British Kingdom of Magnus, Redman and Rampage Brown. The feud's not really going too good. It's only got a D+ here, but I'll just read through the whole match. In a match that has some good action but not much in the way of heat, the British Kingdom, Magnus, Redman and Rampage Brown defeated Team USA in 11:05. Mike DiBiase was eliminated first, then Rampage Brown, then Ted DiBiase, then Magnus, then Mr. Anderson, meaning your sole survivor in the elimination match was Redman, who I said we're going to try and push as the main guy from the British Kingdom. So a lot of good thing. The performance of Magnus stood out to be good. Mike DiBiase gets a couple of worker improvements, so not too bad, not great, but you know, hopefully we'll get a wee star born there in Redman. Washington comes down to the ring in order to do some colour commentary, and that only gets an E rating, so that's worrying. It's worrying. As his client is in the next match. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Shad Gaspard defeated Abyss in 9 minutes 40 with via pinfall with a magnificent. During the match we also had Washington run in and attack Abyss. So Shad was off his game. Washington did some good work at ringside. Abyss and Shad Gaspard didn't seem to click, made for an awkward bout. The only reason I can really think is because they're both brawlers, but I mean, maybe I made the match last too long, being 9 minutes, maybe I should make it a bit less, make it more of a squash match. Hopefully we can get Shad going and start to push Abyss out, since he's the wrong side of 40 now. I can perform better if you use me in matches that suit my skills. Put me in a hardcore based matches, not play my strengths. It won't pop up on the YouTube video, but that's what Shaz just said to me. In a match that's some good action, but not much in the way of heat because they've not really encountered each other, but a couple of kind of things. Rhett Titus defeated Kenny King in a one-on-one ladder match in 15:06 when Rhett Titus retrieved an item. Rhett Titus was off his game. Rhett Titus was not eligible to fight for the TNA X Division title due to weight restrictions. I didn't know they'd put a weight restriction back on it, so I'll let you check that. So that's the fuck up I've done, I didn't know that. And the storyline get a wee bit better. A D+, so I think the weight restriction, I don't know if that'll vacate it or what. We'll see what the script is. If it comes to worse, we'll just have Kenny King retain it or win it back and just Rhett Titus continually fail to win it until we get a proper X Division. Following the match itself, Rhett Titus is blindsided with his very championship belt, wielded by Kenny King. Having laid out his rival, Kenny King has a good look at the belt itself and goes as far to position it around his waist in a symbolic gesture, before dropping it next to the fallen Rhett Titus and exiting the ring. C-, should have extended the feud, but it's to say, I'm getting my title back, man, and there ain't nothing you can do about it, Rhett Titus. In a match that's some good action but not much in the way of heat, so a lot of matches haven't got much heat in them, that's what we need to try and build up. Hawkins defeated Samoa Joe in 15:07 via pinfall with a taste of pain. Following interference by Angelina Love, Hawkins makes defence number 2 of his TNA Central Championship title, C-. The storyline continues, and so Samoa Joe continues to improve, so it's alright. Then Kurt Angle books a 4-way match between John Hennigan, EC3, AJ Styles and Billy Ray. Basically 4 workers I had nothing for. So I just put them in a random 4-way and hopefully they can produce the goods. Don't need to create the match because the match will happen later on tonight. We then have Beth Phoenix, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love and Gail Kim go for the Knockouts title. In a match there's some good action but not much in the heat. Beth defeated Velvet Sky, Angelina Love and Gail Kim, when Beth defeated Angelina Love in 10 minutes 28 via pinfall with a Glam Slam. Beth makes defence number 1 of her TNA Knockouts title. Angelina Love was off her game, but everything else, good quality of the announcing and colour commentary is really good, which is Taz, Mike Tenay and Jim Ross, so that's helping a lot of my matches. Just need to get the workers improving. We then have just a small segment, an angle featuring Davey Richards and Ed Edwards as they walk backstage preparing for their title match. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, the Wills defeated the Bromans in 13:30 with Davey Richards defeated Jesse via pinfall for the DR Driver 2 following a botched interference by DJZ. The Wills make defence number 4 of their tag titles. C rating, Jesse's off his game, but you know, good chemistry between Robbie and Jesse, so the plan is they're going to throw DJZ out of the group. It's probably going to be a 2-day against DJZ and I'll find some sort of tag team partner for him so we have a bit more a tag division in TNA. Then we have that 4-way between Billy Ray, AJ Styles, EC3 and John Hennigan and about, which had great action and average heat, so somehow this is getting heat despite not actually being a feud. Ethan Carter III defeated Billy Ray, AJ Styles and John Hennigan in 10 minutes 12 seconds when EC3 defeated John Hennigan by pinfall with a headlock driver. C- pushes EC3 against a guy getting out of the way and Billy Ray. AJ Styles is leaving and Hennigan got absolutely nothing for it at the moment. It may change, but right now he's literally just a jobber to the stars. A video plays hyping Austin Aries against Kevin Steen. C+, improves the rivals storyline, so that's good. And then we have the match, which is a bit of a flop, C+. And about that featured great action and average heat. Kevin Steen defeated Austin Aries in a 1v1 30-minute ultimate submission match in 30 minutes by 3 falls to 1. So obviously it was a good match, but only C+. I really wanted that to be B-. But the storyline continues between the two. The plan was for Aries to go over, but Kevin Steen complained and I just thought, I'll give Steen the victory and we'll let him run with it. And the match had good heat, average heat and good action. Jeff Hardy defeated James Storm 9:38 via pinfall with a swanton bomb. Only a D+ between the two. That is a worry as well. But Jeff Hardy and James Storm are improving. A hype video then for our main event, Bobby Lashley v Bobby Roode. So already this is looking like a C pay-per-view. Unless we can get something big here. I think we'll probably get C- for the pay-per-view as a whole. And your main event, and about that featured great action and average heat. Bobby Roode defeated Bobby Lashley in 20 minutes and 8 seconds by pinfall via the Roode Bomb. During the match, we had Kurt Angle run in and attack Bobby Lashley. Bobby Roode wins the TNA Heavyweight title. Obviously, Kurt Angle's our face GM, so he's fed up with Bobby Lashley and co-having it. Decided, I want Bobby Roode as champion, so I'm going to have a face champion. And that gets C+, the title feud is advanced. And I finish the show off. Grasping his newly won title, Bobby Roode collapses to his knees inside the ring and stares at it in disbelief. Once but more, Bobby Roode clutches the belt to his chest as a multicoloured confetti falls on the rafters to mark the memorable occasion, and I get B+. What an angle. What a way to close off Bound for Glory in Madison Square Garden. And that finished the show. Oh, a C+. My best pay-per-view yet. It's still not great. It's joint equal my best shows. I still struggle to get a B. But Rampage Brown was slightly overused, Mike DiBiase was slightly overused, and the show increased our popularity in 38 regions. I'm going to make a speech. It doesn't let you see, it won't bring up my speech, but I'll just say to Bobby Roode, praise for a great performance. That's really it, to be honest. We'll just praise him. He seems pleased, and that'll take us to the next bit. Unfortunately, WWE had Hell in a Cell, so we'll see what our rating is. This is us entering November now, so I'll have to obviously do my TV deals on that as well. And then that'll be hopefully done before we run our next TNA Impact. Let's see how long this is taking. can only assume that there's a lot of people getting maybe released, hopefully. Could we see some new talent coming out in the new era? I do intend to sign, hopefully, between 5 and 10 wrestlers before we go on and do the next Impact, or at least in negotiations with at least 10 people. Just to bulk up various divisions, give me a lot more jobbers, stuff like that. Let's see, I'm just going to quickly see if I can click on the WWE result. It won't pop up on the thingy, on the YouTube video, but the main event was John Cena retaining his WWE Heavyweight Championship, defeating Bray Wyatt, and also the Evolution defeat Ziggler and Swagger. Right, so a couple of notes here. Bound for Glory drew 20,000 and got a lot of praise. What's this? In Demand have confirmed we're in our final warning. DirecTV and everything's just really unhappy about a pay-per-view, so that's a worry. We'll look into that. I'm really struggling with the likes of pay-per-views and that, what to do with them. But whoa, so I've got a lot of TV deals to renew in this, and we'll quickly check what's popped up here. It's all pay-per-view stuff. Oh no, this is bad news. Oh dear, we are off pay-per-view. It's not popped up on the YouTube video, but Nippon Television have ended their pay-per-view. Main Event have ended their pay-per-view. DirecTV's ended the pay-per-view, and Demand has, as well as the feel the product's no longer worth promoting. And so did Dish Network. We got 5.2 on Challenge TV. Bobby Lashley needs time to heal. We actually got a 1.29. That's actually pretty decent. A 1.29 pay-per-view buy rate. That's decent. So that was my emails. We made nearly 300k profit that month, so not actually too bad. I think I'm doing an okay job, but apparently I'm not. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. That was TNA Bound for Glory. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you agreed with some of my booking decisions. And hopefully you'll join us as we try and get back on pay-per-view and kick on towards our next pay-per-view or next event, which hopefully will be Retribution, but God knows at this rate. I won't know until I actually book it. So until then, guys, it's 2 on Maxwell again, and I'll speak to you again real soon. Bye bye.